What's up guys, welcome to the video. This is a continuation of what's sold on Christmas. This is going to be the packing and shipping portion. A lot of people, especially new resellers, like to see how items are packed up because that is kind of a nervous point for a lot of people and they don't know how, and they don't have the proper packaging. So I'm going to show you all these sales and I'm going to show you what type of packaging I use and how I pack them. All right, starting with the smalls and I'll work my way up. First item is the double sample of perfume. Put it just into a little bag. Then I'm putting it into a little 6x9 bubble mailer. All right, and I got my scale out here so we can see everything as I weigh them. 1.4, so I'll mark it 2 ounces. Next up, the Toomey luggage tag. I put it inside a plastic bag. I put pretty much everything I sell into a bag before I package it. And again, 6x9 bubble mailer. Put it on the scale, 1.9, mark it 2, Toomey. Because now we have 2 items that are the same weight, so when you do that, put what the item is or the buyer's initials or whatever you're comfortable doing. Next up is the Mario Wii game. Again, 6x9 bubble mailer. And I've shipped tons of games in this type of mailer. Never gets any damage. 3.5, so that's 4 ounces. And I'll just put Wii, since it's the only game going out. Next item is the Epson ink. I just put it into a little bubble bag, and then I'm again 6x9 bubble mailer. Put it on the scale, 1.8. We'll mark it 2 ounce. I just write ink. These are all very simple, first class. Remember, if you're printing labels at home, 16 ounces and under is first class. If you're bringing it to the post office like this, because you don't have a printer, you don't have a scale, whatever be the case, then 13 ounces and under is first class. Everything else above would become priority. And then you have a wide range of options as far as packaging. All right, we're still in first class weight. Got the Girl Scout vest, as always, into a suffocation plastic bag, extra protection. And this one is just going into one of these 12x9, just a vinyl bag. It'll fit in perfectly. 6.2, so we'll write a 7. Always round up. Then of course, always put the labels over whatever you write on. All right, here's that Lucky Brand denim shirt. Now, since this is heavy, you know, I had a feeling it would be close. So let's put it on the scale before we package it. 1 pound, 3.4 ounces. So that tells me that's priority. So this is going to be priority. Now I have a wide range of options I can choose from. All kinds of pre-labeled USPS. I could use brown box. I could use a vinyl bag. It still becomes priority mail. But for my cheapest way, for something like that, I'll go into the bubble mailer. Or you can go into the legal flat rate or the regular flat rate. They're both cardboard. But I'm just going to use this one. And the cardboard ones are probably roughly 50 cents cheaper than the padded. This is $7.33. Might be a little more if you're not top rated or a new seller. All right. Got that nicely in there. Now with this, I don't have to worry about weight because it's a flat rate. So it doesn't matter if it's 1 pound, 2 pounds, etc. All right, the next item we're going to do is this book. And since this is a signed book, and the guy paid $25 for it, which is a respectable amount for a used book, I am going to, even though it's in a plastic bag, and I'm going to put it into a bubble mailer, I'm going to put a little bit of a cardboard sandwich just for a little bit of protection. Let me show you how I do that. All right, so I always keep scrap cardboard. I had a big box that I cut up into strips and squares just for reasons like this. So what I do is I take it and I put a piece of tape on the bottom of each side. Then I can place the book right in the center. Cardboard over it. Do like that. Get it over it. Bring this one up. Do like that. And now I put a piece of tape on each 4 sides. Tape on that side. Tape on that side. And it just gives the book a little bit of extra protection. And I'm going to put it into one of these big eBay. To like, what, a 15 by 11 or something. Fits perfectly with the cardboard. Sometimes if it's a smaller book, I'll put the book sideways and then fold this over. And it gives it an extra padding. But this book is a little larger. Pop it on the scale. 1 pound, 6.2. So I just write 1.7. And now that goes media mail. In media mail, man, I think it's like $2.75 for the first pound. And then every additional pound, I want to say like 52 or 53 cents per pound. So media mail is inexpensive. If you don't know how to ship media mail or what rules apply, look through my videos. I do have one all about media mail. All right, next we got these Texaco trucks. Now I had them listed $7.95 plus $5 shipping each because I figured this would be into a little, either into a small box or a poly. It would probably be about, let's see, one weighs 5 ounces. So it would be like 4 change. But since he paid $5 each for the shipping and he overpaid, I'm going to credit him. I'm going to put these into a box because all 3 together are right at 13.1 ounce. So even with the poly, so it would be 14 ounces. But since he was willing to pay that much for the shipping, I'm going to put it into a box. These eBay 8x6x4 boxes weigh 4 ounces. So this is going to push it over a pound and it becomes priority. So I'll put it in the box. He was willing to pay and I'll still be able to refund him like $7. And these fit just barely, where it's a little snug, but no damage, and I don't even have to put extra. Boom. This will close. Perfect, nice, snug fit. And these aren't breakable. But some people like to have the box intact because maybe they're a collector. All right, so we should be at, I don't remember what I said, 1 pound, 1 ounce. 1.1. For boxes like this, I always like to put the label on the side if it will fit, so it's not over a seam. Guess it's kind of a habit I got from doing Amazon, because if for some reason USPS, FedEx, whoever you're using, cuts open your box, you don't want them to cut your barcode, your address, or nothing and compromise the label. So you put it on the side and you got no worries. Okay, next item, it's going to be that 9 West pocketbook. I put it into a poly bag, a little protection, and I'm just going to wrap it in a little bubble wrap. Typically with bags, because I sell a lot of bags, nice purses and stuff I will put into a box, but like Toomey bags, backpacks, and so forth, I will wrap them in bubble wrap. All right, so I got the pocketbook in a plastic bag, and I just wrapped it in some bubble wrap for a little extra protection. Can't get damaged, I mean, it's just a pocketbook, but this will just protect the surface of it. And now, I'm not going to box it, I'm going to put it into a Tyvek envelope. Priority mail Tyvek, if you don't know about these, they do go by weight, they're not a flat rate, but these are they're waterproof, you cannot tear them. Of course, it's not going to give you any kind of crush protection, but they're pretty durable and they're good bags. I use them often, especially with larger clothing and stuff like this. All right, barely fit, but it's in there. Weigh that bad boy up. 1 pound, 3.8. And again, the Tyvek envelopes, priority mail, goes by weight. If you can fit it, it's good to go. And you enter also the dimensions. So it'd be like 15 by 11 by 3 or 4. All right, we got these Nerf drums. Let's see what they weigh alone. 14.1, so 15. So it's gonna push it over because you gotta pad this up. You don't want these to break. They're not gonna fit in an 8x6x4. So let me go in the garage and see what I got. All right, and before I go find a box, I'm gonna roll them up. Some bubble wrap, so it can fit them perfectly into a box. Put a little piece of tape on the ends, tuck it all in. Like that. Just tape on the other end, tuck it all in, fold it up. Decent, and then in the box I'll put a little maybe packing paper, a little more bubble, wrap it around it or whatever. All right, went into my stash in the garage. I've shown it before. I've got a huge pile, all sorts of brown boxes, a lot of boxes from Amazon. Any shipments we get, save your boxes because you never know. And these fit perfectly in there. I'm just gonna put a little void fill between the two, even though it's got the bubble wrap. And that thing is not gonna go. I mean, they make a noise, but they're not moving. All right, fill this space with paper. Seal it up, we'll weigh it, we'll see what it is. 5.4, and this box has an old barcode from whatever came in it originally, and I would just cover it with these little stickers. I've shown them before, instead of having to try to peel that off. Cover that barcode up, good to go, and I can label my box. All right, next item up in this never-ending saga of shipping. Feels like I'm getting nowhere. Recessed light. It's gonna go into another eBay 8x6x4, perfect size. It'll drop right in. and I just put a little pack around it. I'm good to go. All right, just tuck a little paper on one end, a little paper on the other, and I put a little square folded over of bubble over the face, and it'll be perfect. All right, we'll throw that on the scale. 1 pound, 4.8. All right, next up we got that infrared night vision goggle toy. Gonna wrap it in some bubble wrap, give it a good protection. All right, didn't find nothing too great. This fits perfectly. Just a little bit around the sides where I could pack paper, but it's too high. So I'm gonna cut down the sides and shorten it up. And the way I cut down the sides is I just take, you can hold it right there. Take a razor and I just cut down the corners to the height you want. And then you can either just fold in the sides or you can go around. Some people get a box resize and so forth. And then just lightly score the inside. So it gives it a little crease to fold over into. Once you got it scored and cut down all your 4 corners, you can see the box just crushes right in to the height you want it, and it's perfect. So that side will fold in, and then you can fold in that side like that, and close it, and then your ends will do the same, like that. And this side, like that. Now I have a smaller box, and you can just leave it as is, or I can score this and take off the excess and see what it's going to weigh if I need to remove excess. As is, 1 pound 4. So even if I take off 2 ounces, 1.2, it's still going to be the same price. So I'm not going to bother cutting cardboard. All right, just put a little bit of packing paper under it, and I'm going to put some on all 4 sides, a little on top, and then close it up. All right, my box is cut down, nice and firm, no movement. Let's give it away. 6.2. All right, and lastly, we have the Nerf gun. Not sure if I want to box it or if I might just wrap it real good in a bubble wrap. So what I was thinking of doing, like I said, is wrapping it and then using these eBay envelopes and slide one in from this end, one in from the other end. And I think it would be good like that. I mean, it's 1.3 ounces right there, 1.28. So with that and more bubble rate, 1.4, so maybe 1.6. If I use a USPS shoebox, it'd be a lot easier. Drop it right in. It's still going to be under 2 pounds, so regardless, it's going to go at a 2 pound rate. All right, so this is too long for a shoebox. So you either have to use a shoebox and a Franken box and add on to it to make it longer. This is pretty padded. I can put it in one of these envelopes, one on each end, and it should be good to go. And I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, that worked out. Let me peel the tape. Stick that on. Put some tape around it. All right, one more item is a Toomey bag. I don't box them. I just wrap them a little bubble wrap, just for a little protection. The bag is bubble wrapped, and I'm gonna put it into a giant poly bag. All right, I got these giant poly bags. They're 24 by 19. I don't use them often, but they're great for bags. And it's gonna be close. I might have to put one from the other end as well, we'll see. All right, it all fit into one bag. I didn't have to double it. See if we can get it to stand the scale without touching the 2 pounds, 15 ounce. And then when I have this many items, I make a list. I write all the items, the size and the dimensions. So those are all priority. And then the bottom is the first class. So when I go in front of the computer, I could do bulk label shipping and do it all at once. All right, I'm at the page where we do all the shipping labels on one page. If you don't know how to do bulk labels, I have a video on my channel that shows you how to do it. So I just went to edit this video, and I realized I never filmed an ending. So hopefully this video helps somebody. I know especially new resellers get a little nervous about packing things, or they don't know how to do it. There was nothing really too tricky in this, but hopefully it helped somebody. So I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you later.